So now we have the cube root of 54. So what we want to do is we want to rewrite this now, cube root, where we have 9 times 6. So we're starting to factor this out. And from that is 3 and 3, 3 and 2. And then what we say is, well, if this index is 3, we look for a factor that happens 3 times when we factored completely. And that 3 factored completely. So I can pull a 3 out. 1, 3. For every group that you find, you can pull 1 out. Okay? Leaving behind a cube root of 2. And that's a simplified form of the radical. Okay? Here we've got the fifth root of 3/4. So I need to rewrite this as the fifth root of 3 over the fifth root of 4. Well, this is 4 to the 1. Fifth root. Sorry. Fifth root of 4. This is 4 to the 1. So what I need to do is I need to multiply both sides by the fifth root of some number here that's going to make this 4 come out evenly. So what I need is I need 4 4s. So I know I have to have 4 to the 4th, because when I multiply 4 to the 4th times 4 to the 1st, I'll end up with 4 to the 5th. So we have 4 to the 4th here. So we end up with the fifth root of 3 times 4 to the 4th over the fifth root of 4 to the 5th. Well, the fifth root of 4 to the 5th is just 4. So then we can put 4 on the bottom and put the fifth root of 3 times 4 to the 4th. Which, when we finish up, is the fifth root of 768 over 4. Okay. Now, we know, because this is 3 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, that there's nothing we can do to simplify that. So that's about as far as we could go. Okay. Here, what we've got is we have basically this 6 to the 1/5 in A here distributed to a 7 and a 2. It's already been distributed. So what I want to do is I want to factor that out. So I'm going to say, all right, I can say this is 6 to the 1/5 times 7 plus 2. All right, which equals the same thing as 6 to the 1/5 times 9, or 9 times 6 to the 1/5. Sometimes how you'll see it. And that's as far as you have to take it. Here what we've got is we've got 16 to the cube root of 16 minus the cube root of 2. So what I want to try to do is I would like to try to turn cube root of 16 into something representing cube root of 2. Because cube root of 2 can't be simplified any further, but cube root of 16 might be able to. What we really have is the cube root of 2 to the 4th minus the cube root of 2. So what you say is you have the cube root of 2 to the 3rd times 2 to the 1st, because you know there are 4 factors of 2, so you have to have a 3 and a 1, so you have 2 cubed, which is 8 times 2 to the 1st. That would make the 16. So we've kind of broken that 16 down so that I have factors of 2 that match our index here. So that means that I get to pull a 2 out and write 2 cube root of 2 minus the cube root of 2. Now we can say, well, this coefficient has to be 1, so I can factor out the cube root of 2, and I can say, well, I've got cube root of 2 times 2 minus 1, which 2 minus 1 is 1, so all we're left with in the end is just the cube root of 2. Okay?